Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the Weekend Wake Up Sports Talk, episode number 66. Three more at halftime. How you doing?
How you doing? Yeah, we got
I'm
three
good.
more into
Yeah, but
69.
this is guys, this is actually his 69th video on the channel.
Probably is.
Yeah. So my second channel hit 369 subs, and someone unsubbed to me, so I'm mad. I got a screenshot, so it's already over. I got it.
There you go.
Here's the proof. But yeah, guys, how's everyone doing? Hold on, I gotta do this real quick. There we go. That's better. So, yep, Cameron's in the chat. We're almost in the 69th episode. Crazy.
What's up,
Guys,
Chad? What's up, Cameron?
It was just one Saturday morning. What is up, Vic? One Saturday morning, me and Halftime we were just talking Eagles. And then it did so well, we're like, why not just make this into a show out of it? Then we just been doing these ever since.
But
Crazy.
it's been going really good.
It really has. It really has. But before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to my guys from the Patterson Ave Sports Show. They were live at 9 o'clock this morning on the Hardcore Sports Network. A huge episode talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. Make sure you guys go check that out. My guys are great. I might be on their show next week, so you might see me at 9 o'clock in the morning and then here at 10:30. And then knowing me, I'll be live all day next Saturday. So
He ain't getting up that early. Don't let him lie to you.
I wake up at 8 every morning.
He ain't getting up that early in the morning.
I wake up at 8 every morning. What are you talking about?
No.
No.
You
no.
sleeping.
Okay.
Ain't done nothing, so all you do is sleep.
Yeah. So, let's get this started. Halftime, you watched the Sixers last night. I did not. I was watching the SmackDown with my guy Nick, and Denise hopped on the show with us. Talk to me about the Sixers. I missed the game, man.
It was a good game. It was a really good game. We were up by I think it was 17 points. Then
I'll look at the box score.
Nick Nurse decides to put in Kyle Lowry. Kyle damn Lowry. And for some odd reason, as soon as Kyle Lowry gets on the floor, it goes to hell in a handbasket, and then they start, we can't score nothing.
Yep.
And it drives me crazy. But Maxey has not been really showing up. When you have only 3 points in 3/4 of a game, I don't think that's any good for Maxey. I think Maxey needs more. I get everybody says he needs to be 20 to 25. But if they're saying this is Maxey's team, which I don't understand, and they want Embiid gone, if Embiid played for 3/4 and only had 3 points, he would have got trashed up one road and down the other.
Yep.
Right?
Uh-huh.
If he went 3/4 with only 3 points, you would trash him up and down the street. Now everybody knows Maxey will come through in the second half. Everybody knows he will start getting his points. But once again, here you go. Maxey with 16 points. That's not good for Maxey. You can't have, you're saying this is Maxey's team. If he can only get mustered up 16 to 20 points a game, I don't think that's good enough. You're telling me he's got Kelly Oubre numbers, but you're paying him $200 million. That's what's boggling me about Maxey right now.
Everybody is talking about that on Twitter. Like, what has gone with Maxey within the last 3 games. I mean, he's 3 for 21 from 3 in the last 3 games. And it's just like, when you had this offseason, like the Sixers had, when Joel Embiid is healthy, he was supposed to get 28 to 30 or 30 plus points per game. Maxey was supposed to get 24 to 27. And then Paul George is supposed to get like 20 to 23. That's the order of the like 1, 2, and 3 option. And then
Right.
if you want to go 4, it was supposed to be Kelly Oubre. But honestly, I think it might be Yabba Dabba Doo, Scooby Doo. I think it might be Yabba Dabba Doo being the 4th
Yeah,
option right now.
Yabba Dabba Doo over there he's been stepping up. He really has. Yabba has been really stepping up big. Kelly Oubre ain't been playing bad. I know a lot of people don't want him on the bench, but if Maxey ain't going to show up, you need somebody that's going to freaking score.
That was Paul George last night. Paul George had
Right.
21 points, 9 assists. So
Yeah.
that was him. He stepped up finally. He
You
can't
know
do
who's-
it in back-to-back games, though.
You know who stepped up huge? Player of the game for me was freaking KJ Martin.
Yeah.
KJ Martin with his defense, Mitch, and I'm like, you know how I am. I'm big on defense.
Yeah.
I'm always yelling about the defense. KJ Martin with some good blocks, some good defense. I mean, like, he was doing it. He was all over the place. I will give it to him.
Yeah.
I really would. You got to get player of the game to me was KJ Martin. If KJ Martin did not light it up last night, we were going to lose that game.
Yeah. And Chad says halftime when the zoo opens and when it's the barbecue party.
Okay, when the zoo opens, I'll get you a barbecue party, Chad.
And then he's asking you how the kids doing. The
They're
6
doing good.
kids. What? 6? You only have
Kittens,
2.
he wants to know how the kittens and the kids are. 6,
Oh.
it's just
You have dogs too.
yes, but because friggin' Chad told me to go get some cats. Miss Halftime goes and gets cats, little kittens. Kittens are good, Chad, and
Hey, look who's here.
the kids are good. The kids are good, and the kittens are good.
Look who's in. Look who's here.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning. How you feeling?
Darth Blaze is in the house.
Hey, I was just about to say we got the friggin' Star Wars going on over here.
Hey, I jump
Yeah,
out
but-
of bed. I hear a couple things I need to respond to, and I throw the robe on and come hang out. Before anyone says anything, these are my boys. I love
Are you
Philly
responding?
halftime.
Are you
I
responding
love
to me or to him?
I
He's
respect,
responding to me.
I respect Philly halftime's opinion, but I don't respect Mitch's. So before anyone says,
Blaze, when I saw you in the chat, I'm like, Blaze got to be on. I want your opinion on this because I know a lot of people don't see how I'm saying it, and I know
want to
you
hear the
disagree
Joel
with me.
Embiid rant. I want to hear the
We're
Joel
gonna- we're
Embiid rant.
we're going to disagree a little bit on some things, but I'm going to try to explain why I disagree.
Are you disagreeing with me
But
or him?
overall,
Are you
being
disagreeing with me or him?
always you.
Me.
Being upset as a Sixer fan right now, you should be. They're not doing well. So I'm not going to sit here and say
You should be.
I'm not going to sit here and say, but I just looked something up, and I've compared them to the Suns of last year for the beginning of the start because of the
Yeah, you would
injuries
keep
and
on telling me that. Yeah.
never having the whole team there. So I went back and I looked at the Suns, and remember how they started out last year?
Yeah,
They were bad.
they started off real slow.
And as soon as they got all 3, they won 10 in a row.
Yep.
Now, I'm not saying the Sixers as soon as Embiid comes back and 10 in a row. I'm just saying. And I was
You
telling
do realize Embiid's not coming back, right?
we'll have that conversation once he does, and I'll be like, told you.
But you really, let's be honest here,
Let
guys.
Blaze go.
Honest
Let Blaze
opinion
go
and being
halftime.
honest is different. Okay, so
'Cause I want to hear this.
I've been telling Mitch, we haven't had our whole team yet. I mean, am I
Right.
frustrated as a Sixer fan? Of course. Why wouldn't anyone be with the expectations they've had coming in? So, I try to be the positive guy, but I'm very frustrated. I'm very frustrated with not having Embiid, with having Maxey injured a little bit, with having this guy injured, and that PG is out, and we never get to see him. You got a little glimpse of what PG can do last night. He can hit the 3. He can go to the bucket. He almost dunked on like 3 people. He missed the dunk, but
Yeah.
he went to the bucket. He still has a lot in him, so I'm not losing faith on him, and I'm not a big PG fan, number one. But I think he could be a nice piece to the puzzle. As far as Embiid goes, frustrated? Hell yeah. Mad? Yeah. But he's still one of the best in the world at basketball when he's on the court. So I can't really be mad at it. Do I want him back next year if this is the way it's going to be? No. As soon as it's available, try to work out something. I don't even care if you get much back for him at this point because they have a base of a new team to go forward. I mean, the process could be over, but you have to hang on to just the hope. Now, halftime, I'm with you on the fact that we may not see Embiid this year, but if you say, we want to hold Maxey to the fire because of the money he's making, I mean, this is apples to oranges. I know we got to hold Embiid to the fire too for the money he's making. If he is healthy, if he the doctors say, yeah, you could go, get your fucking ass on the court. It doesn't have to be for every game. I get it. He is a very special circumstance. He is not like all the other players, and it's because of the way his body is and the way he plays. I don't want to use accident prone because that's a past thing. We know he's been injured in the past. We know there's players that are susceptible to injuries in the past, but that doesn't say that going forward they can stay healthy. So we got to be hopeful for that, right? As a fan. But it's very frustrating. So I'm not going to say I'm happy with what the Sixers are doing. I'm not putting blame on anybody because I want to see the whole team together first. Seeing KJ Martin drop 20 off the bench last night was amazing. Seeing Yabusele be that player we wanted him to be.
It's Yabba Dabba Doo, Scooby Doo.
Seeing him be the player we wanted him to be. That we were watching the Olympics going, man, what if we had a big bruiser like him next to Embiid? We haven't seen him next to Embiid yet. So I'm hopeful that we will. I don't think they can afford to put him down unless he has another setback. If he comes back to practice and they're like, man, you're just not right, they may put him down. But if he is even 70%, you got to put it. He's one of the best players in the world. He has
really 70% of that 69.
Listen, I get Embiid is one of the best players in the world, but I think, and I do say, the Sixers did it wrong with Embiid. Ooh. They should have never gave him the contract, and I've been saying this. They should have never gave him the contract. They knew he was hurt. They signed him to this big contract. They lied to the NBA, and they got fined for it. And it's like, but if you know he's hurt where he needs surgery. And
does he need surgery?
I think he does.
Okay, Dr. Halftime says.
I think he does.
Should I ask my dad?
If he does, he does. But
I think he needs knee surgery.
I'm going to leave it up to the medical professional. But they don't want to tell you. I'm going to leave it up to the medical professionals to decide if he needs surgery.
Okay, our medical professional sucks, Blaze, because they can't get nobody healthy. They can't have nobody healthy.
The medical people on the team are the ones that don't keep people healthy. Dude, they're there to keep people healthy.
No, but they can't. But they can't.
The injuries are still going to happen, though. Here, let me show my fandom a little more here.
Yeah, me too.
I'm frustrated too. I can't say I'm not frustrated too. I mean, with 5-15, listen. Guess where the Suns finished last year? 49
last year.
49 and 33.
Yeah, but you're not going to get that from the Sixers.
Who knows? How can you say that? They're still 75%, over 75% of the league.
Yes, there's 70. Yeah, I get there's a lot of
based,
basketball games, but what I've been watching.
But what we will watch in the future, if they're all there, isn't going to be the same. That's what you
have
to bank on as a fan.
See, that's the thing. You're banking on Embiid being here.
Having the whole team at some
point. And
point
I'm banking on Embiid is not going to be here.
You know what I'm banking on right now?
And that's how I look at it. I believe Embiid is really that hurt where they're not going to play him.
You know what I'm banking on though? How many minutes is Kyle Lowry playing? Because each time he's going to get like 10 to 15 to 20 minutes.
Is Kyle Lowry what he used to be? Hell no. They brought him in last night for one play for free throws, and everyone gets all pissed off. They took him out.
He played for 11 minutes.
In the late part of the game. Pay attention, Mr. Man who didn't watch the game, Mitch.
Yes. Yes, in the late of the game where
they brought him in, and I was watching too, not just you halftime. I was watching other people too, and Twitter and everything blew up. In for one fucking play. Because what happened? Because if anyone get fouled at that point, they needed to make the free throws.
Blaze, you're lagging.
Yeah, but what happened, Blaze, when they did put him in the game?
I didn't see the beginning.
Like it was, we had a 17.
You're good now. You're good, Blaze. You're good.
I didn't see him when he came in the beginning.
We had a 17-point lead. He comes in, and This is all over the place. We lose that big-ass lead. And it goes down to 3. It's like...
Let me guess. In the third quarter?
I think it was the third. I think that's what it was. Third or second, something like that.
It's always the third quarter.
It's something like that. But, like, I just get frustrated about Kyle Lowry.
Of course. I mean, we can't expect.
I didn't want him in the beginning, though. I didn't like him.
Yeah,
I didn't like him when he first got here.
I'm not a fan of him either, but I don't expect. I told Mitch since day one. I said if they were bringing Kyle Lowry in to be the main point guard, to run the show, to be there playing 30 minutes a game, I'd have a problem with that. They're not. They're bringing him in just for very situational things. Like we saw him twice last night. The first time they were up 10, and a couple threes, I believe they hit is how they got back in.
Yes, they did. They did.
And if you want to put that on Lowry, you can because he was in the game. That's what plus minus is. It's a stat that they take. So I can see the frustration there. But to me, with the Kyle Lowry, I'm just happy that he's not playing 35 minutes a game and they're trying to push him. Because listen, that's when we can start blaming Nick Nurse. If he would say Kyle Lowry's playing 35 minutes a game and he's going to bring me 10 and 10, it ain't happening. But he's situational.
Long as he ain't starting,
I mean,
you got to be better off. But you don't want to see. I don't want to see him at all.
How did it go last night when McCain came off the bench instead of starting?
I like McCain off the bench because I need that insurance. Because I think the bench needs to have 20 points a game combined, and I think McCain gives you that.
Is this coming from a guy that didn't want Kelly Oubre off the bench last year? And I was like, everyone wants him off the bench now.
They want Kelly Oubre on the bench. But guess what? Kelly Oubre's been showing up, damn it.
There are some bright points, and let's look at this. The last 2 games, one's a loss, one's a win. We had all 5 starters in the last loss. These are the Orlando games. We had 5 starters in double digits and 2 at 9 on the bench. So, I mean, I'm taking it with a grain of salt because we didn't have PG, we didn't have Drummond, we don't have Embiid. Right? So that was the last time. This time around, Drummond came back, played decent, and we're not expecting Drummond to be Embiid either, right? So these are our backup players starting right now for most of this season. So I am going to take it with a grain of salt until we get this. Am I an Embiid fan now? No. Am I think it's going to change the world when he comes back? No. Now let's go back to the Maxey thing, and everyone knows I'm a big Maxey fan. Is he playing
Kentucky?
Is he playing up to the potential that he can right now? No. However, they won. If they win and he gets 16, I'm not mad because the other players had points. He's not always going to get 30 plus. Right now, there's only 2 players in a whole NBA averaging over 30. Maxey is at 25, and that's where he should be.
He's averaging less than last year.
24.9.
Yeah, I know.
He's 15th in the league.
I know.
Mind you. So
I know that.
And let's remember, Maxey only had 1 breakout season. Let's not crown him the superstar yet. Should it be his team? It should be going forward. We don't know that yet, though. I hear you halftime when you say, if it's Maxey's team and we're paying him, he should be there. I agree. But that can't be every game. It's situational starters. You're not playing with the whole team. You know, they got to find their pay. The bright points I got out of this right now is we have Sparks off the bench. We have a potential rookie of the year. And we have that free agent in Yabu that we brought in that that nobody knew we were going to have at the end of last year. Now we got a bruising power forward that can make us a little more physical. So am I giving up? Hell no. Am I upset, disappointed? Hell yes. But these are uncontrollables. Injuries and things like that. We can't control that stuff. No. But here's the thing. Last night, did they look good? They looked better than they did last week, but they still won. The bottom line is you still got to win. The game plan is going to be different from the coaches. I'd love to see Maxey score 30.
Let me ask you this, though. If the Magic had been Caro last night and the Sixers had Embiid, do you think we could have won?
It would have been, hell yeah. Those are 2 all-stars for both teams.
No, I'm saying I don't think the Sixers could win. Ben Caro playing at an unbelievable level.
Caro plays at an unbelievable level, and we've seen him do it with that team. We haven't seen Embiid play with this team yet. This is a completely
That's exactly
different.
My point.
5 players back from last year. I'll keep repeating that all fucking year. That's
not 69 players.
That's like a rebuild. Like we literally rebuilt in 1 year, keeping 5 players.
And then look how much money they put in to this team. It's crazy.
Technically, when you keep 5 players and your best player's not playing, we should be at the bottom of the rankings all year if it's like that. We're a rebuilding team technically if you count how many players we lost and got rid of into this year. But like you guys are saying, these are good additions. Most of them, like Yabu and people like that, and Drummond. And
I have a quick question. Jared McCain, right? Is he a star, Blaze, in your eyes?
It's too early. It's too early to decide.
Thank you.
But he has shown that he can take over a game. He can be a lights-out shooter. He can control the pace of the game. He can be a point guard. He's proven that he has what it takes to be a lot more than people thought he could.
I mean, but here's the McCain thing. I think with the McCain thing, it drives me crazy because there's fans out there saying he's a superstar now. Like, come on.
Well, I mean, he's shown sparks.
Hey, JJ, how you doing?
Every halftime, that's fandom. People and fans and stuff, they're going to want to think. When you see that flash of brilliance in McCain, I want to believe he's a superstar too, but I'm not going to jump to conclusion.
No, I said he's on a borderline of being a star, but he's not there just yet.
No.
To be a star in the NBA, you have to do it more than 1 year.
Yes.
No, here's the thing that people are not understanding. He's a star on a bad team.
Well, what happens when Embiid comes back? He's not going to get as many shots.
He's not going to get as many minutes at all if Embiid is back.
But now we know that McCain can be that guy in the future.
Yes.
You know, sometimes when he's come up, you don't see that.
Like I've been saying for years.
See, this is why I wanted to talk to you, please, because now I see your point. Because you are thinking opposite of me.
But you don't see my
point. You're thinking Embiid's you're banking on Embiid playing this year, and you're banking on he's going.
I don't think the organization can afford to not let him play unless he has another setback.
I think he really is. I think he's too hurt, and I think he's going to need surgery.
If it comes to that, then yeah, you shut him down. But here's another thing, and I'm thinking of Embiid coming back and doing what he can do, so he has trade value next year.
Right.
Yeah.
If he doesn't come back, we're fucked. We just might as well release him.
Yeah, we have a question.
Yeah, but you paid him all that money.
We have a question here from. We have a question from Mike here. What could the Sixers get for Embiid?
You can't judge that right now.
No, I mean, what's a hypothetical trade though that you kept on saying?
Oh, I was on the. Shit, I'll take Markin in a second, and I'll take.
No, I was talking about Bam.
I'll take Bam and Hero. I don't even need draft picks because we got great young players. If there's draft picks involved, yes.
Except Taco.
Yes, I mean this is hurting.
I want the dude from. Actually, I want the dude from the Hawks.
Trae Young.
No, sorry, not the Hawks.
He had a game winner last night.
No, the Rockets. My bad. The Rockets.
Sengun?
Yeah, but see, he's
not Sengun. What is it?
You want Van Fleet?
Yeah, Van Fleet. I like Van Fleet.
Yeah, but look how much he's getting paid halftime.
Yeah, look how much you're paying Embiid, Mitch. And the dude can't even come play a game.
Fred Van Fleet.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Playing.
We got ball handlers, we got shooters, we got guards. We need a big man.
Oh, we got ball handlers.
Well, we need a guy who can hit the three because we don't have that.
It's just inconsistent. Seriously think. Oubre can do
it. We were like 20.
Maxey has shown it.
Yes.
They'll one game they'll be horrible in threes. One game. That's the NBA nowadays, dude. That you gotta get used to.
I hate it.
That's the NBA nowadays. You're gonna have because they shoot so much. You will see the averages drop in 3-point percentage, guaranteed. Because it's about 50% of the shots now, unfortunately. But McCain can knock them down. We have 4 or 5 3-ballers that can knock it down now. If we have a force inside, that changes the game for the Sixers.
Yabu's been hitting threes like crazy.
Yeah, he's a great. Yeah, exactly. You look at him.
He's a great stretch four. He's a great stretch four. Keep him there. He's better than Georges Niang. Okay, I'm gonna keep on saying that.
But yeah,
God dang,
you do have a lot of people that can hit the three. PG, friggin' Kyle.
I'm looking for a Bam.
Wait, who can hit three halftime?
I'm looking for someone to supplement. Like a Splash Brothers type offense, with two
McCain and Maxey.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's the new process.
I would like to see us play better defense. That would drive me crazy.
Well, that'll be part of it too. I mean, every team has to, and defense will never be what it used to be. But
I mean, I
for the long haul.
I do get like when I say the defense, Blaze, you always told me it changes.
It has evolved. It's a lot different.
Back when the Pistons had a good defense,
it's not the same game.
It's a different game. I get that. I get all that, but
take
come
a sample
on.
size of defense now, which is horrendous, and then take a sample size of like second half. People they change their defense in the second half because they're ramping up for playoffs and stuff like that. So yeah, defense is very lackadaisical in the first half of the season. I agree, and it will continue to be that way because of they're trying to make sure let me put it. I don't know how to put it without using the injury excuse. Stepping in front of a charge is not easy.
No.
Doing so, like I'm not saying that defense is horrible. It's the way it is, but I just accept it for that's the way ball is. Play your best, and they're trying. I'm not saying they're not trying to play defense. It's just you got to kind of save yourself for the second half, save yourself for this. So I kind of get it, but it does suck. It does suck. I'm with halftime on that one. To watch it, because visually, us old guys are like, this doesn't look right.
Right.
Why
is
did that guy
it so long and it's different?
In the first half of a game, in the first half of the season, you see guys like it looks like they let people go to the basket.
Yes.
It's like, why did that dude just let that guy go by and he's running? So I can't get in the mentality of an NBA player on why they do that, but it does happen a lot more than it used to
I
be.
hate when they leave a guy wide open for it.
Here's the worst Sixer fan on the planet.
Me. I knew you were going to say something. I was waiting.
Worst Sixer fan on the planet, Brian. Love you, brother, but damn, your takes are shit.
I can't stand when we leave.
If you're a fan, bro, that's what I'm saying.
I can't stand when we leave a guy wide open for that three. I mean, they come at the end. When the ball's already in, they come flying in like, look, I was trying to block it. No, you were so late on that.
And people want to try to. I mean, that's another thing. When you're talking about what we're used to is the paint game and everything mid range. You're going to see more defense. When it's a three, people are more like, wait a minute, you got to do the math. If you're a defensive player, people are only making 30% of 3-point shots, so they're going to let a lot of people, like you say, it looks like they're letting people have 3 points, and you play the game where, and a lot of times. It's a guard too. They're watching a 3-pointer, but they're also worried about getting back on D. And it's like it's such a. It looks to the eye like it's not basketball. Right. It's a lot of points of the game. So I'm with you.
I have a question for Blaze here.
The offensive rebounds. It looks like we don't try for it.
Yeah,
we run away. It really looks like we run away and we go play defense.
And I like the way, if we say that it looks that way, because I don't think they're trying to not play defense, it just looks real bad the way it comes out on TV and stuff now, because you see a lot of people, the blow-bys, and people are like, oh, wide open layup, and it looks like, why are there two defenders there and he had a wide open layup? Because they know the longevity of the game. It sucks because you want someone to go 110% the whole game, but for some reason they can't anymore. Because of the pace of the game and because of the physicality and stuff too, I would say. But it is what it is. I'm not sitting here complaining about the game changing ain't going to happen. But being unhappy with it like you have time, I'm the same. It's frustrating.
No, I have one question.
I'm just frustrated. I'm just.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mitch. Question.
Blaze, let me know if you like this take. Shout out to my guy Steve from Steampunk Entertainment. That's my guy. When we were talking about backcourt,
find a new fucking team, Brian. Find a new team, dude. That's terrible take.
I mean, he is not playing well right now.
He's 15th, but listen, he's not playing well. I agree. He's 15th, averaging 25 a game. He has his 11-point, 16-point games, but listen, when he drops 50 next week or something, or he has 250 games back-to-back or something, fuck all you guys with your hack Maxi hate. That's bullshit, man. That dude's a great player.
He drops 50. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you he's back.
The game you guys shit all over him. Tyrese Maxey is the reason that the Sixers aren't 0-20.
Him and McCain. Speaking of him and McCain, shout out to my guy Steve. Shout out to my guy Steve. Okay, so we were talking about backcourts. We were talking about backcourts in NBA, right? We were talking about backcourts, like the Splash Brothers with Curry and Clay, McCain and Maxey. He brought up a good comparison. I want to hear Blaze's take. Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland. Could Maxey McCain turn into that? I think yes. I love that comparison. You agree with that, Blaze, or not really?
I just hate comparing. I get where you're going with it because
I can't stand when people
because
compare
the styles are different. I get where you're at with the comparison of not making them into Splash Brothers, but still, one hell of a backcourt. Here's another thing. that I think, and there's a lot. Let me be real. There's a lot of reasons I could be upset with Nick Nurse right now with some of his decisions, but he has tried what I was hoping he would try, and I think it's the future of the team. That's McCain at number 1 and Maxey at 2. Mitch, we talked about that. I didn't think I'd see that all year this year.
You two
so
guys.
Credit to Nurse.
I will say this: you two guys are cracked. You guys cracked me up because I wanted Trae Young. Y'all said,
No,
my God.
now you just
I'm gonna say
no
this.
comparison, and now you're comparing Trae Young to McCain.
No, because I said I wanted Trae Young. I said I wanted Trae Young, right? And you guys said, hey, halftime, we can't do this because that's too small of a thing. And now you got 2 small guys, and you're like, build around them.
No, now you want Fred. No, now you want Fred.
Yes, Maxey is not playing as well as he did last year. Okay, I'm not saying
this is what R2 said before.
He's shit and he's trash and he ain't playing because he's got paid. That's fucking bullshit, guys. What kind of fans are you?
But now.
No, I just kept on saying Maxey needs to step up, not because he got paid.
Now, halftime, is keep on saying he wants Fred VanVleet, who is smaller than Trae Young.
That's the thing. You want Trae Young and Van Fleet are the 2 smallest guys in the league.
Wait a minute, but you guys told me that you guys, hold on, wait a minute, this is the funniest. You guys told me you can't do it halftime because why? That's too small. You went, okay, we got friggin', here we are. We got friggin' McCain and friggin' Maxey. 2 small guys. Wait a minute, where is your comment?
I have never said Trae Young was too small. I said his haircut's fucking awful, but I've never.
I don't care about his damn haircut. I don't care if they paint their nails. I don't care what his haircut looks like.
Mitch did. I know Mitch has, but I didn't say anything about not getting a small guy. There's some.
No.
That was my only thing I was laughing about. I'm like, that's the funniest part. Like when you all tell me, hey, here we are, we're going.
Mitch, don't say you all. Don't put me in this half.
I had to put you in there because you're right here, right now, saying McCain and Riggin.
The thing with Trae Young is, if they would have got him, Matt, no, hell no. But McCain is a lot younger. He's going to have a longer career.
I understand that part.
But I'm not against getting someone like him. Van Fleet, he's got gazillion dollars right now that he's got to worry about earning down there. But I get what you're saying, that type of player. But here's the thing: I look at the heart more than I do the height.
I don't know every player. I only know a little bit. I only know a little players. I know 3 people that can hit the 3, and I like people that hit the 3.
I know that. I know heart over height.
Heart more than the height. I just came out, and I really like that.
It's heart over height. That's the saying, I thought. But anyways, I missed the Anthony Melton from last year. I know he's out for the year. Hopefully he gets better, but that was a great guy next to Maxey, man. That was a great guy. Defense, can shoot the 3.
And whatever's going on with you, Vic, keep your head up, my friend. I got your back. And if my DMs are always open, you can always get a hold of me, my friend.
Oh, yeah. He knows for me, too. He knows for halftime, yeah. Other souls of the team. Yeah, R2.
Vic, anytime you want to talk, buddy, I'm here.
We should be right now, granted, upset that the team's not doing well, but we should be really happy that McCain is panning out.
Like I said, he would.
Shut up! I'm not giving you credit for Dick. You and 90 million people knew McCain was good. But there's always
he knew it. He was the only one that knew McCain was good.
Yeah, he's the only one.
He went to get college to play basketball, damn it.
What about Connect? Halftime. Not halftime. Blake, would you want to Connect over McCain?
I want the dude from the Lakers than McCain.
That's the dude I'm asking about.
Bronny, you talking about Bronny? Yeah, okay. Halftime Bronny. That's a tough question, Mitch, because based on Philly's team, I think McCain fits better.
Thank you. That's what I said.
Wait, let me rephrase it though. If someone like KJ Martin or someone else was gone, then maybe I'd consider Connect to be in that spot. But we have, like, if we didn't get Yabusele, and we lost KJ Martin or something, and we got Connect instead of McCain, then I'd say we're filling a hole we needed with Connect. Although he would be phenomenal with this team as well. But I wouldn't want to lose what the chemistry it seems like McCain has with the team.
Yeah. You're going to hate me, but you're also going to keep...
But McCain is big time zesty. I tell you. He's super zesty.
He hates the TikToks that McCain does.
I can't stand the TikToks he does. I can't stand the TikToks he
I
does.
don't care if he's gay, bisexual, trisexual, upside, downside.
He's
I
not
don't-
gay. He has a girlfriend, I believe.
I don't care. I'm just saying. I said trisexual, bisexual. I don't care what he is. I just what I don't want. I told you before, Mitch. I don't care. I know it's the nowadays with the TikToks and the dances and all that bullshit. I just don't want to see Sixers lose by 30. McCain drops 20 and 10, and here's a fucking TikTok dance about it.
Right.
You're a professional.
That's a good point, Brian. I love Paul George's playmaking right now.
There's the Brian Pumper I want to see, man. That's the Brian I want to see. You got to look through all the bullshit right now because there's a lot of it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We're not doing good. But at 5 and 15, it's not over. That's only 20 games. There's 82.
Yeah.
Well, first you have to get the
there's
69
way
first.
more. There's a lot more games,
Embiid's
and
a
I
big what if
understand it.
still. The Embiid's still a big what if. I'm not banking on it either way. Right now, you got to play with the players that can play on the court. That's all I'm considered with. So Drummond, be a half decent center. We got a good power forward now. We're going to need a little more out of Maxey. I agree. But all in all, we got the pieces to a really good team. We just got to put the puzzle together first.
Just
I'm
wait.
really pissed that we got rid of what's his name, Cameron Payne.
Payne,
I liked him.
Well, it's tough
Payne.
to, like I said.
I liked him. He's a good three-point
Melton's
shooter,
and
and I
the
liked
Paynes.
him.
The Meltons and the Paynes.
No, you should not quit your
And I
job.
think they got more. Did they? Correct me if I'm wrong, Mitch. Maybe you know the Meltons and and those guys. They probably got more money when they left too, right?
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
one thing we're thinking about. Hey, we got to pay. We paid Maxey. We paid Embiid. We're eventually paying McCain after his rookie contract is up too. So I think they're building around the right way. If they start to, we got to see with Embiid first. If halftime's right, he can't come back. They sit him down. I still think we're playing. I still think we're a play-in team. I will not give up this early because we haven't seen. Look at Drummond too. If
Drummond was
Drummond
playing good, but he's been getting hurt too.
well,
Everybody's gonna get hurt. I get it.
that's why I just don't like to put that in the equation. It definitely is a big part of the equation, but you can probably pull up anybody's roster right now and be like, "Damn, he's hurt." Damn, every team got 3 or 4 players hurt, and
It's kind of like your fantasy team, Blaze.
and as a coach, that has to be so frustrating. Like right now,
Wait,
I know
did
a
you
lot
hear
of
what
people
I just said?
Yeah, I know a lot of people are hammering Nick Nurse for the slow start. And does he have part of the blame? Of course. Now,
Yeah.
I feel bad for him too because here's the guy coming in with some leadership for some veterans, with some rookies that are good, with a MVP player, a possible future MVP, PG coming in. You got all this talk about the Sixers being top 3 in the East, and now he hasn't had his team. So you got to kind of feel for Nick Nurse a little bit. Has he made bad decisions? Yes. Has it been part of the reason they're losing? Yes. I'm not going to not put some blame on the coach, but I will not.
I put
all
more
of it.
blame on the management. On the management more than
You
anything.
don't have
That's
a whole
me.
team, dude. That's the main
No,
blame.
I'm not
No,
talking about that. I'm
You
just
do have
talking
a point
about.
there, Mitch.
I'm talking about I'm talking about like the telling the truth. They're
We're
lying.
never going to know the truth about Embiid. Lock it up, put it in the box, throw it away. We'll never know
No,
the complete
I'm not
truth.
talking about that. I'm saying like, he's going to be good for Friday. Bye-bye. He's not playing.
Until he is announced as a starter, I'm not worried about Embiid. I want the rest of the team to play. And as a coach, that's how you got to focus. You're the guys who have your feet on the court. We could sit here and say, what if Embiid? We don't know at this point. So let's concentrate on those who can play. And maybe we can turn this around without Embiid. I mean, are Sixer fans thinking about that at all? Maybe they can turn it around without Embiid. It's early enough to do that.
I think they can. Honestly, I think they can
Here's the
because
thing,
it's
you got
more
the
of a
way we've
guard and
been-
wing league.
10
way we've
teams
been
out of
playing.
30 do not make the playoffs. Everyone makes the playoffs in the NBA. You have to be this bad all year to not make the playoffs.
Well, Brayden,
The playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Talking playoffs. Fans out there going, we're done. We're done. It's over. We're done. It's too early to do that. Plus, we have good players that can, but they're not consistent. Like you said, I want Maxey to do 30 a game. I'd love that. He can. But right now, it's just disarray. You can tell that they are not like a team. They haven't been around each other enough for some reason. I saw McCain the other night was going to the bucket too much where he should be like, I'm the rookie. Maybe I should be dispersing it instead of trying to do what Maxey does already.
Wait, Blaze.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on it. If he can't, and he's going to do, if we deal with this one more time. But listen, Brian, Mike, Arku, Taco, Wrath, everybody. If you're a Sixer fan, you have to keep a little glimmer of hope that Embiid can come back and not get injured. It is a possibility. It's very small, and we've all seen it over and over and over. So, yes, we have 100% reason to think he's going to come back and get hurt in game 2 and be out for the season. But we can't bank on that. We got to hope as a fan base. This is where I hate being a Philly fan. I wish it was the Pittsburgh 76ers. So we could have some, we wouldn't give up so damn easily. Philly fans give up too easily, man. I love you guys, and I love my team.
Oh, wow.
Philly
This
fans
goes
give up
back to fly like an eagle. When I said the Eagles had the Philadelphia had the best fan base.
Go look at my tweet.
I
Is there
seen that
Eagle
tweet.
bars all over the world?
Yeah,
What
I
tweet?
seen that one. That one's
There's a
fake.
Steeler bar in every state in the United States. There's over 1,800 in the world.
It ain't on in Jersey.
And that's in 2013. That's 2010. So that's 14 years ago.
So, okay.
There's no away games for the Steelers. 0 away games.
That's like the Eagles.
What if those bars went out of business?
Now,
That could happen.
now, the one away game that will be probably split, it won't be, is that Eagle game, because you guys are going to come in full force. I know your fans will come in full force that game because it's that Pennsylvania thing. But let's be real, there ain't no fan base that travels like the Steelers. It just, even if I wasn't a Steeler fan,
We packed Brazil.
Yeah. Yeah, we took on Brazil.
When
buddy.
the Steelers get their Brazil game, I'm going to take a screenshot of the fans, and we'll see how much yellow we see other than green.
When is that
Teams
gonna
were green.
happen? It's not going to happen, though.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Wait,
I mean, that's just a
I will say this: Pittsburgh ain't dumb enough to go to Brazil.
Yeah.
Or friggin'
So,
go to friggin'
let me tell you. I want to tell a
Europe
little
or
story.
whatever.
I want to tell a story. I was living in Fort Wayne, Indiana, right? I was managing a Champ Sports, one of my dream jobs. I loved it, and a bunch of my friends from Pittsburgh came out to see me. They were living in 2 were living in Cleveland, 2 were living.
Yeah,
in
you told me
Pittsburgh.
this.
They all came out to see me, and I was like, "Let's go to a sports bar." You know, I know one that has it's nothing but TVs over the bar, so you get every game, right? So they're going to have the Steeler game, and we're in Indiana. We're going to get the Colts game, the Bears game, the Lions game. You know, we're not going to get the Steeler game. So, and this is 2000, so there wasn't like Red Zone and all this crap that I could, NFL ticket was probably $5,000 back then or whatever. So all 12 of us, guys, girls, a whole clan decked in black and gold from head to toe, go to this bar. And we're looking, and there's all these TVs and there's big, long bar. You know, we're looking, where's the Steeler game? Fuck, I don't see the Steeler game. There's all these games, no Steeler game. We come in, and we go to the lady at the desk. We go, hey, all these Steeler game? And she went like this. Around the corner, there was a whole room filled with like 200 Steeler fans. A huge projector screen, bigger than any of the TVs all put together. It was one big Steeler room.
I got to ask you, did they win that game?
I can't even remember. I was.
Say no,
I
man.
think that's the year they won the Super Bowl with Bettis and them. That might have been
Wait.
the Bettis year.
What year was that?
I don't remember.
Against the Cardinals, right?
Was it 2000?
Was that 15?
It might have been. What year was that? That's 2009. Oh no, it's way before that.
Oh, before that. Oh,
It was around 2000. It was a long time ago. But it was just like
yeah.
we go
2005,
to
Vic.
we go to Ocean City, Maryland. We go to Myrtle Beach. There's 3 Steeler bars in Myrtle Beach.
Steelers do have the biggest crash outs.
Yeah, and I'll take Crash Out as the best fan base in the world.
Okay.
Because every time you have an away game, what do you see in the stands?
How many of those do you have?
He only has one.
No, he's got more. Are you serious?
Does he?
Dude, he's got like 4 or 5.
1979 right there.
Look how many he's got. That's 3. That was my favorite.
Have the key back. Hold the kitty.
Super Bowl one. Some of you guys out there don't know what this is like.
Hey, a kitty. Hey, a pussy.
Yeah, I got one autograph behind Jordan Bettis over there.
There you go, Chad.
Nice.
There you go, Chad.
Oh, I can see halftime's pussy.
These cats don't even like me.
Oh, we're having a cat off.
No, he put his away.
I put my kitty cat away.
He's like, why did you pick me up, you son of a bitch?
Yeah. That's what they are.
I'm
Like,
sleeping, you asshole.
the one's over here jumping on my shoulder, and he's like, I'm like, I move it, and then, why you got me?
This one's 13 years old, man. George Pickens. I heard he's questionable. That's scary.
He's not playing.
He's out.
Yeah.
Well,
I try to put a bet on him.
time
He's
to
out.
test your team. See, I don't get. I mean,
Who did-
people get so upset and stuff like that. I'll just roll with the punches.
We didn't know Cologne B was going to make an appearance on stream. Damn.
Oh, damn.
Who are the Steelers playing next?
They're playing the Browns, ain't they?
And then they got the 3 games with the 3 best teams in the
Can
league.
you guys win
in
that
10
game,
days.
please?
Well, since they lost the other one to the Browns, I think this one at home Monday night or Sunday night.
What? Oh, you bet it on the Steelers. That's why.
But then we got
He's like,
Ravens?
What do you think? I'm going to sit there and go, let's go Steelers?
Ravens, Eagles, Chiefs in 10 days. The 15th of December through the 25th of December.
Well, you got the Ravens. You got the Ravens.
I say they lose all 3.
I think you win against the Ravens. I think I think the Ravens are just. I don't think they're that good. I think the Steelers are better.
Chiefs on Christmas will be tough. You guys in Philly is going to be. I hope that's a hell of a game. I just want to see both teams play.
You
the
got a
best
real
game.
good defense.
They've been slacking a little bit last week.
There's another one.
Oh my
That's
god!
what
Why would you trade someone who you just got that's playing so well?
No, that's the thing. It's the trade value. Because the value is going up for Yabu. I could see it happening, but I don't want it.
You don't trade Yabu. He's a guy that's hitting the 3. And
I
he's been playing
know.
better defense.
We need that
I
physical
agree.
presence too. I like
It's
it.
about time he started planting his damn feet.
I mean,
Yabba
Granted,
dabba doo, Scooby Doo.
him and Drummond.
That makes
Yabu and
halftime
Drummond
Mitch
together, man.
mad when I say that.
Yabu and Drummond is a hell of a nice, 2 big guys when they're out there, man. It makes people less likely to take it to the hoop sometimes. And I kind of like that. They're not going to be the best in the world.
Well,
but they're very
Goddard's going to be
serviceable
out
big-
for the rest of the year.
We know that.
Goddard's out for the rest of the year. Well.
And that's sports nowadays. I think we're all starting to be numb to it. It's like if players get hurt, it's got to be next man up. That's the sport. That's why they're all professionals. It sucks sometimes when it's a big player or a big name, but you guys got other good tight ends too, don't you? Though he's not the only one. You guys have had a couple that have been playing well.
Yeah.
Plus, you use the tight end well.
We don't
over
really
there.
use the tight end like that. We use the tight end more as a blocker.
And that's why I like the way I always envision tight end like a fullback / extra lineman as well as a receiver. That's what I think a tight end should be. That's why that Darnell Washington the Steelers have. They're finally starting to use him. That big, huge dude from Georgia. It's good to see them finally using him because you throw him on the line, that's an extra lineman.
Yep.
He's freaking humongous, and he catches those little passes. Ain't too many people that can tackle him. But it's going to be a very interesting second half of the end of the season here in the NFL. Because there's really no, I mean, you can say the Chiefs, but no, they barely won games. The Eagles have dominated with Barkley. You got so many teams that could be that team. I can't sit here and say these are the 2 teams that are more likely to be in the Super Bowl, and I like it that way.
So, Blaze, I had a question for you. Do you think Barkley can break the rushing record?
I think he can, but I think he doesn't because he's unselfish. Just like when he was going to break his single game record, and coach who even sat next to him, I saw the video and says, "You're 15 yards away from your single season record. You want it? I'm behind you." He goes, "Let the other guys eat." He's like, "Let the young guys eat," and I love that with Barkley. God, does that show such a
Who
team?
was that? Gainwell?
That is such no the young guys. He said, not
The young guys.
The
not
other guys.
Friggin',
Yeah,
not the guy that can't run. Not the other guy that can't run the damn ball.
And that's like, and this is a little bit off topic, but like when Penn
We're
State,
not even playing them tonight. We're playing them tomorrow.
when Penn State beat Maryland and they got a touchdown late in the game, and the Maryland coach gave Penn State's coach shit about it with the handshake. And you know what the coach said? When I put my 3s and 4s in, they should be able to play football. And I'm 100% behind him on that. Number one,
I will be too.
Point difference is a thing when it comes to the college, football ranking. So you have to get as many points as you can. And if I'm that third string running back in my senior year and I get into a game and you're telling me I got to kneel or fall down and not run the fucking football, kiss my ass. I love Coach for that.
No, because when you're in college, it's different.
Yeah, this is a kid that may never.
You're
never
still
play
fighting.
football again.
You're still fighting. You're fighting for a job in the NFL, or
it's the last time you ever touch a football in an
or the
organized
last
game.
time you ever touch a football ever again.
These third and fourth stringers, they might not make it anywhere. Give them a chance to play football. They have a right to play football when they get on that field, man.
And they
I
do.
feel that. It needs to be said. People say, "Oh, you run it up. Why would you punch in a touchdown when you're up by 3 touchdowns?" You know who
that guy might
is?
never get a touchdown ever again.
Yeah, that's a walk-on that made it this year, who had cancer last year or whatever. Who knows what the story is. And these kids deserve to play.
Remember when I said that and you were like, Blaze, no, that person had cancer. I'm like, wait, huh?
Yeah.
Who was that?
I forget.
I forget too. That's gonna bother me now.
It's like another inspirational story, which I can't stand the Browns, but David Njoku with the burns all over his face and all that came back and played. That's phenomenal. What about that guy with the 49ers that got shot? Was it the 49ers?
Yeah.
Commanders.
49ers.
No, it was the Commanders.
No, it was 49ers.
Brian no, it was Brian Robinson.
It was this year, the 49ers.
Oh, I was talking about 2 years ago.
He walked in a store and the dude shot him for his Rolex.
Yeah,
he came back and played.
I saw a picture. I saw like a graphic. Got shot playing. Joel Embiid, low management.
Apples, oranges, 2 completely different sports and stories. But yeah, that's what assholes do with the internet. Ricky Pearsall. Yeah, Ricky Pearsall. There he is.
Thank you.
Oh,
thank you.
Prayers to Woj. That might be part of the reason why he stepped down.
Yeah, it has to be.
That sucks. I saw an article that was leading to that, but I didn't read it because I knew it was going to be emotional. That they said there was more than just a reason that he stepped down, that he wasn't tired of it, that he had another reason that he had to step down. Prayers.
Yeah, that's him.
Randy Moss just stepped away from ESPN.
Yeah, is it an eye problem or something? Because he said he has issues. He has some health.
He's had some health issues with his eyes.
Wait, Ricky Council didn't even play last night?
No, he did not play last night.
You know what? And I like Ricky Council, but I think there's more to the story with Ricky Council than we know. I think there's a reason why. Number one, they didn't bring him up enough in the last year to play, and he's not doing as well this year as well.
He was in 2 accidents, Arco. He was in 2.
Yeah, I'm afraid to think that there's more to the Council thing and why they don't play, because he's shown signs of brilliance. Like, man, this dude looks like he'd be a damn superstar. Then he looks like, I've seen a couple times this year, I'm like, he don't even look like he should be on the court. And I'm like, what is happening to him? And
there's sometimes on the court, dude, he's like, it looks like he's like, fuck you, Nick Nurse. This is why you got to put me on here, because he goes out and he balls out.
But I've seen lately, like I've seen him ball out, but then I've seen some inconsistencies now. I think there might be more to it that they're not telling us. Otherwise,
they're never going to tell you the full things
and they
about
shouldn't.
players,
I don't deserve to hear.
That.
I don't want to know that news. That's none of my fucking business. That's the corporation. I don't care about knowing about Embiid and all that. I'm glad they keep that under wraps. We do not have the right to hear all that. Fans think we deserve too much anymore. As far as medical stuff, especially medical stuff, because that's HIPAA laws. That's their personal stuff. I don't care. I leave it up. I just chalk it up to there are professionals in the NBA for medical, for coaching, for refereeing, for a reason.
I do agree that you shouldn't tell everything about your medical, because, all right, if you say you got a knee problem, what are they going to go after? They're going to go after the knee. They're going to bring in knee to knee, or they're going to do something to try to get you out. They're going to attack you, and whatever you're hurt, they're going to try to attack you in that spot. Doesn't matter what sport you're playing.
Right. Yeah. And I'm so excited for the trade deadline for the NBA because the Sixers are going to make a move. If that move is going to be a blockbuster trade, like for me, I've been saying before, no, that was halftime. I was saying, who was it? KJ
KJ
Martin. I was saying KJ Martin, another player, and a couple picks for Dwayne Finney-Smith or Cameron Johnson. One of those guys, but
Cameron
I don't know if that
would
would
take in a second. My friend helped train him, and
oh yeah, that's cool.
I started collecting his cards. Yeah, like a couple years ago when Johnson got drafted, I started seeing my buddy who in town here who started doing like training and helping physical training and stuff like that with players. And he's got all these pictures with Cameron Johnson, and I'm like, what the hell, dude? Are you like helping? He's got pictures of him all over the world traveling, so he's trying to be like a scout/trainer type thing. So more power to him. But Cam Johnson,
that's great. Johnson, I wish him nothing but the best.
He's worked with Cam since college, since middle of college. So he's been with Cam Johnson through this whole thing. So I'm a Cam Johnson fan, man. I'd love to have him.
I do think the
Flyers.
Well, because
I
I read one with.
I don't think the Flyers are trading for anyone halftime. I don't think they're trading for Trae Young.
I think I was reading from Vic's comment they posted on things. So I do think the Sixers are going to trade friggin' Ricky Council. I think they're going to trade him.
That's a
I think he's the trade bait.
I think it's KJ Martin because of that contract they gave him. Because I call that balloon contract. Like they gave him too much of a contract. So I think
I'll go the other route. I don't think they make any moves. If they do and it's a good one, I'll be happy. But I'm just going to play devil's advocate. You guys have two different types of moves.
You're just like, you know what? Fine, I'll go this side of the court.
We're not going to trade no one, and we're going to be friggin' ass all year.
Because I think eventually this team has the possibility to be very good once we see them all, and we haven't. So I can't judge them yet.
Yeah, but here's the
Martin's
thing.
been pretty good for the whole month.
How many times are we going to see them all together? We only see them all together in 6 minutes.
You're not going to see them. You're not going to see them all together.
Let's just hope that it's a lot. We don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. So why guess? Why speculate? We don't know. If it happens, it happens. If not, we got to make the most.
Because it's fun. It's fun to speculate.
If they don't, we have to make the most with the guys we have on the floor. That's what we got to do. Don't know where I'm seeing what.
Oh, it's not making a move at the trade deadline, I'm guessing?
I don't know. I'm not seeing it anywhere. It's just my opinion. See, that's the thing with me. I don't go to X or people's opinions to get my thoughts on the Sixers. I have my own.
No.
I don't let people's opinions on the internet influence me.
Oh, damn.
Everybody
hates my opinions.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I do respect everyone's opinion. I really do. I can disagree with it to some extent, but I like debate.
But I don't influence you on your opinion? Damn.
Damn, I don't influence you on my opinion?
I respect
No.
Blaze hates my opinions.
I don't hate your opinion.
Blaze hates mine.
No, I never. Why are you putting words in my mouth?
No, you were supposed
Yeah,
to say
what are you
yes.
talking about, Brian? Let me know what you're talking about, Brian. I'll talk about it. I love it.
Who doesn't?
That's a fun part, Arku, bro. And that's why I love the network. That's why I love the fans that we have in the network. You guys in the chat, because you
Speaking
understand.
of the network, hold on.
This is why I like talking to you guys about the basketball. Like, I like the Sixers. I love my Sixers, but I don't know about every player. I know a little bit of players.
Now, Brian, you're getting on a good page now, my friend.
Really quick, for the Hardcore Sports Network, shout out to my guy Nick, the newest member of the Hardcore Sports. Me and him killed it on the SmackDown watch party last night. He's a very knowledgeable guy when it comes to wrestling. Shout out to him. Can't wait to do more watch-alongs with him. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to him. Furious Nation on YouTube. Please do.
Hey, I didn't know that Tongalo was hurt too.
Yeah, he's out.
Jimmy's out with the broken toe. I thought he'd only be temporary.
Jimmy's out, Tongaloa's out, and I forget who else.
Bronson Reed got a broken foot. He's done for months.
Who?
Yeah.
Bronson Reed had a broken foot.
We're talking about wrestling.
Why do you have a guy that's 380 pounds? He doesn't need to jump off the damn cage.
That was cool though.
No, it's not. He's out for months. It's not cool.
You know what I meant.
It's dumb. It's dumb. People get mad when AEW does that shit, but then WWE has a 400-pounder jump off the top of a fucking cage, and it's he got hurt. It's stupid. I'll keep my wrestling off the internet.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Don't worry.
I used to love wrestling, but I just can't deal with it anymore.
It's entertainment. It's not a sport. It's entertainment. That's what I take.
It's not sport at all.
I
don't consider it as a sport.
I do not value the internet's opinion on wrestling anymore at all. Fans, so-called news, I don't respect.
Yeah,
I don't like any
he's
of it.
done. He's out with that. Like
Dirt
seriously,
sheets, I draw my own. It's entertainment. That's like telling people, what to enjoy at the movie theater, or what to enjoy. Yeah. It's your entertainment. You can't, like, social media is trying to ruin wrestling because of opinions. You're allowed to have them, but you can't force your opinion on everybody else saying that this is that and that is that. It's entertainment. It's like going to an opera and telling them how to sing. It's dumb.
I just don't. I just can't take
it's my enjoyment. I want to see big people fight each other, and I want to see battles. That's all. I don't dig into it as much as I used to. It's ridiculous.
JBL's a good.
He's in the indies now. He's showing up on little indie promotions everywhere.
Is he really?
That's great for him.
Yeah, it's amazing because it's the pop you get in a little crowd when you see a star, because he's noticeable. Big cowboy, black cowboy hat, black trench coat coming out.
I loved him on the stock shows because my dad would always watch him. And it would be like, he'll be on that, then it would go to SmackDown.
MLW he was on, GCW he showed up. He's showing up in all these little smaller promotions, which
the TNA
so much.
With the TNA with Joe Hendry.
It means so much because that boosts all those companies. It gets the fans love to see someone they recognize even more. I mean, that's what it's all about. Everyone's allowed. That's why when I had a podcast on wrestling, it was called WrestleSense. And what it means is everyone's allowed to have your own opinion. Stop pushing. That's all wrestling. That's all wrestling fans do is push opinions on everybody else.
I was a guest on it once.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, you should interview me again.
By the way, I got 2 new cards in the mail today. 2 Bo Jackson rookies.
Bo Jackson.
I love Bo Jackson.
I used to have them.
I had them. I used to too, and I was scrolling through. I'm trying to recollect some of the cards I had when I was.
I remember that you messed up time. Somebody stole them off me.
Nick, I said this before, and
that didn't end up good for that kid that stole my Bo Jackson rookie card. Man, I walked in. I literally walked in the guy's house. The dad's looking at me. He was sitting there. I went, "Where's your son's room?" He goes, "That way." I went, BAM! I started beating him up right in his freaking house. I'm like,
"What is up, Mike? I can't wait for you to throw a cool cat tomorrow. That's gonna be fun." Nick, I said this before and I'll say it again. I think KJ Martin's going to get traded at the deadline.
Well, hopefully, if you're going to trade him, keep getting those 20 points off the bench type of game. So he has value. A little halftime, Junior. What's happening?
That was my name I gave him.
You want credit for everything.
He does want credit for everything.
Well, yeah, I'm a Jew.
He wants somebody to pat him on the back. Will you go over to Mitch's house and pat him on the back, please?
I'm a Jew. So, yeah.
Just because you're that does not mean you got to get credit for everything.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Yes, it is. Oh, man. I can't believe every game I don't watch for the Sixers, they win. So I'm not even watching any more games.
Yeah,
you're jinx them. You're like the Kyle Lowry of the Sixers.
So that was you for the playoffs halftime. That was for the Phillies.
Apparently.
For the Phillies, that was you.
Apparently, because every time I screamed, they lost.
And Mitch was the only one in the entire world that said the Phillies are going to lose in the first series.
As he listened to somebody tell him that. He was listening to his buddy, and his buddy's like, "Oh, they're going to be out," because he just was negative. And Mitch is like, "Oh, the Sixers are going to be, the Phillies are going to be out of it. Watch."
I'm actually hanging out with that guy tonight. I told him you guys said hello.
Brian, I wouldn't mind that at all, Brian. I wouldn't mind that at all.
What, with the hairdo?
I don't care.
I miss a hairdo. Can you bring that back?
He was supposed to have a really good career. It never really panned out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got me out of bed, Nick. These bastards started bashing Tyrese Maxey. I had to come here and say something.
Bringing cat? Crazy? These young cats are crazy, man.
You know your son did that, right?
Your son
did he?
Yeah.
No, stop throwing the cat at me.
Halftime Junior pranks are the best. I was flipping through shows the other night, and it looked like Halftime had a problem with something dripping all over his face there.
Yeah, it looked like a booger.
No, the silly string.
Yeah, the silly string looked like it was a booger in there.
I tuned into the silly string incident. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, he hits me with silly strings.
Hey.
He got sticky notes and put them on there and said, "I love the Cowboys."
Props to you, halftime, for letting that happen, man.
I let him do whatever
it's
he
fun.
wants.
It's entertaining. It really is.
Hey, it's our guy
Listen,
Nick.
like I always
What's
told
up,
you guys.
Nikki? Nikki,
What's
what
up,
is
Nikki?
good? So Nikki's actually going to go live at 12, guys, at 12 to discuss the Eagles vs. Panthers preview on the Hardcore Sports Network. Make sure you guys tune into that. He's also the co-host of the Pick and Roll podcast. We just hit episode 100 last week. I can't wait for the next 100 episodes. It's going to be great.
Blaze, you had to see the one that my son took a pie and put a pie in my face.
That's funny, Brian.
Is he wrong?
I saw the pie in the face too. I don't know.
Like, is
Hey,
he
I tell
wrong?
you what. I saw this thing. And I tell you, one of my favorite athletes, personalities of all time is Shaq.
Yes.
He did the $30 Shaq shoes, put them at Walmart.
Yep.
Right.
You know, instead of making real expensive shoes, he goes to Walmart's and Christmas and pays everybody in the stores bills and shit like that. He's always giving back. The dude's a mogul. Go look up, what does Shaq own? You will jaw drop when
He
you
owns a
find
lot of
out what
shit.
Shaq owns. He is,
Yeah,
he's
he
one of
owns
the,
a lot of shit. He owns a lot of businesses.
He's a great person. He's a prime example. Like we talked about Dikembe Mutombo, giving back. People that have this talent and giving back. Shaq has been doing that for so long. He doesn't get enough credit for being one of the most generous, loving, fun. Plus, he's a big, huge beast. He's, you know, some people can argue this. I put him as my favorite center of all time. I'm not saying he's the best of all time, but I want a center who's going to dunk on people's heads, who could dribble the ball down the court also, who's going to make me laugh, who's going to rap with the Wu-Tang, who's going to give kids money. That's my favorite center of all time. No disrespect to Kareem or Wilt or anybody else. Shaq is my number one center of all time.
You see how Shaquille O'Neal will go to a store and buy a kid? Like, he'll see a kid and go, "Yo, you got a bike? You want one?"
He pays all the layaways
And
at
he's
Walmart.
like, he goes, "Go tell your mom I'm going to buy you a bike."
He goes to Walmart and pays off all the layaways for Christmas.
Yes, that's what he does.
He's
All
like,
the
everybody in the
layaways
store,
that he goes
everything's
into.
free. It's
Yes,
like,
I seen that.
That's what I expect when I think of players making millions and millions. That you see them doing shit like that.
Now, and people are like, "Oh, he's just making a video just to try to." No, he's not really doing that. He's literally actually trying to do something for the community and paying people's Walmart all layaways off. Look at a strange kid and just buy him a laptop or an iPad or a bike.
So Shaq owns part of Papa John's Pizza,
Owns Google, don't he?
Annie Ann's Pretzels, Big Chicken, Authentic Brands Group, the Ring Alarms, which I have all over my house, half owner Reebok, Zales, Macy's, Arizona Beverages. Ever drink Arizona iced tea? He owns that. I mean, this is a guy who is using his platform for good. Did you ever see the video about the kids playing basketball on the street and the cops are called?
Yeah.
And the cops bring Shaq down to shoot hoops with the kids. I mean, that's what he's all about, having fun.
You realize he is a cop, though, right?
He owns. Yeah, he's authorized in, I think, Florida or something.
Yes. I think it's
kinda
three.
like
I
a
think it's 2
constable.
states.
It's like a constable type thing.
Right.
Where 150 car washes he owns.
Not
Krispy Kreme.
not 169.
Lyft, JCPenney, Gold Bond. You ever put Gold Bond on your nuts? He owns it. Icy Hot. Don't put that on your nuts.
Don't put that on your nuts.
Forever 21, Reebok, Barney's New York, Aeropostale, Vitamin Water, Google, Pepsi, Apple, Sacramento Kings. I mean,
Wait, he
how
owns the
about-
Kings?
Here's the other thing. How about celebrities? Like, he owns these celebrities' likenesses. Elvis Presley,
Yes.
Marilyn Monroe, Muhammad Ali, David Beckham, and my favorite, Dr. J. He owns their likeness. He makes money off of their likenesses. That's brilliant. The dude's a fucking genius.
Yeah. He's a billionaire, too.
And he'll dunk on you. I mean, you see
I
highlight packages of him and
When
Vince
he-
Carter. I could watch highlight packages of those two all day.
I used to love watching Shaquille O'Neal when he dunked because I liked when he he would use it with so much force and take off, break the rim.
They had to
Yes.
change how they make backboards because of him.
Yeah, but I mean, like, they're like, oh, look, this one's hydraulic. Now he can't break that.
And still pulled it down.
Still, he's like, yo, they said I can't break it. I'll break it just to break it. But he would get fined for breaking the backboard. Like, he got literally fined for it. He's like,
Yep.
but the fans love it.
I still remember when Jerome Lane sent it in Jerome and Pitt when he broke the backboard with one hand. I still remember that. All the Daryl Dawkins when Dawkins used to break the backboard, man. It's it's pretty crazy. No, he just does commercials for the General, Nick. I don't think he's on the. He probably owns that too. Who knows?
No, I don't think he owns that one. I think he just.
Not on the list.
I think he does. Like, I think he makes a commercial for that because it's like
Greg
$100,000.
My guy Greg is in the chat.
40 fitness centers he owns too. Five Guys. There's another one he owns.
I haven't had Five Guys in years.
Five Guys is some greasy son of shit, man.
I
They
can't
give you your
eat.
fries in a bag.
I can't eat Five Guys.
Yeah, it's.
I eat everything, but I can't eat Five
The
Guys.
burgers are very greasy too. They're big, but they're greasy as shit.
Yeah.
Like you can see grease dripping off the bottom of the burger.
It's not my design.
We don't do goat around here, Nick.
Wait, whoever knows the game Backyard Baseball, the GOAT is Pete Wheeler. It is not Pablo. I'm gonna keep that out there.
I'm gonna start bringing back the old favorite instead of goat, because there is when someone says that's the goat, that's not the goat. That's your favorite.
I'm talking about a video game.
I'm saying any fans out there that
No,
ever use the term
Nick,
goat.
Nick was saying Shaquille's the GOAT, and Blaze says your favorite.
Well, my
Hey,
yeah.
I would say this. I would
When
say
anyone
Shaquille
says that they're
O'Neal.
the goat, that's just saying they're your favorite. It's not saying they're the greatest of all
Right.
time. No one can be the greatest of all time.
Tuber.
Yeah, that too. It was like $25. I got a burger and fries, and it was almost like $30. I was like, "Fuck this place! I ain't never coming back."
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Dude,
then they
Dude,
went
all
it's
up
so
these-
much expensive now. It's crazy.
You know, it's in halftime. I remember this more than anything.
I know.
These fast food restaurants, they're rebuilding them now, and they don't have like dining rooms.
No.
Right.
Like back in
No.
the day, I remember going to McDonald's, and my parents and uncles would sit right next to the play place and smoke cigarettes while we played
Yep.
in the damn play plant. I mean, they all had ashtrays on every table.
Yep.
And now you go to McDonald's, there's two people behind the counter. There, you can order on a touch screen. There's like 4 tables to sit in or something. I was like, what the
Yep.
hell is this?
There's no tables no more.
We
There's
used to go
touch
hang out at
screens, and
McDonald's.
they're like, get your shit and get out.
Like we would have a basketball or a football game, and because a bunch of
Yep.
us worked at McDonald's. We'd go and hang out at McDonald's afterwards. Like
Yep.
no one hangs out at McDonald's anymore. You tell that to a kid nowadays, they're probably like, what? Why would you hang out at McDonald's? You drive through and you leave.
Yeah, there used to be playgrounds and all, and nothing.
I'm due for another McRib. I had one last week. I'm due for another one. They're only here for a
Hey,
month.
where's McShreddy? I haven't seen McShreddy in God knows how long.
Comes and goes.
God, I miss McShreddy.
Yeah, we had to play thing on the
Hey,
outside too.
I
halftime.
have not seen this guy in a while.
Nah, I'm not worried about him. I'm glad I haven't seen him. Anyway,
Yeah,
behind McDonald's halftime, there was the play place. We had the hamburger you crawled up into,
Yep.
the swings, and all the
Yep.
crazy shit. That was all the McDonald's stuff.
Yeah,
Hey,
bad
Damien.
Damien.
Oh, I got something for you, Damien. I forgot. Hold on. This is for you, Damien. There you go, buddy.
Why?
Because he's
Did he
Damien.
beat? No, did he beat
Checkers.
you
Oh,
in
I got
fantasy?
something else for you, Damien.
Did he beat you in fantasy?
That's the old school right there. That's old school. That's what I like when I'm at work. I do that, and they're like, "Yeah,
I go
Read
like
between the
that.
lines.
yep, read
Yeah.
between the lines, yup."
I go like that. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, here we got I'm gonna ask you a wrestling question to the chat and to Mitch. So John Cena is confirmed for an elimination chamber. Easy for me to say. Who's he
Yeah.
fighting?
I
Is
think-
he fighting? And who's he fighting?
Yes, he is fighting. Why
Ain't
do
he
I
like
see him in?
50?
he's doing his retirement tour halftime. He's gonna have like one last match.
Why does everybody have to do a retirement tour? Get over it.
It's entertainment. He's one of the greatest of all time. So yeah, he's gonna.
He's
Last
my
year
goat. He's
showed up
my
in-
goat.
he showed up in Toronto last year, and he says, "I'm gonna be back one more time for you guys." And this is it. It's in Toronto, so he'll be in Toronto
I
one last
think
time.
it's gonna. I think it's gonna be elimination chamber. I think he's gonna wrestle
Be
in the chamber.
chamber. Okay.
I think
I
he's
don't-
gonna be in the chamber.
I think it'll be like a
I don't see him winning the Rumble. I don't see him winning the Rumble.
He's not in the Rumble.
He is in it.
Why are
He
they
announced-
advertising him for Chamber first then?
Because
After
he
the
announced it
Rumble.
last year.
Yeah.
He announced
Do
that
you think
last
he's
year,
gonna be
but
in the
then he
Rumble?
announced about the Rumble. Yeah, he's gonna be in the Rumble.
He has announced that he's in the Rumble.
Yes.
You reading dirt sheets again, Mitch?
No.
Probably.
hey,
Probably.
hey, I'm not talking to you. Know
I
who
know
anymore.
dirt sheets aren't around as much anymore.
There used to be cheat sheets on it.
He's not winning the Rumble. No, because in the Rumble you got Roman Reigns, you got The Rock, you got like.
That's
so
why I
many.
think he's not going to be in it.
I think he is gonna be in it.
Unless, if he's in it, whoever eliminates him sets up his match for Elimination Chamber. Phew, there you go.
I think he's gonna face Gunther at
So if
Mania.
he comes out first, no, he's not going to face Gunther.
He's for the title. You don't
Why
see
would he go
that?
for a title on a retirement tour?
Just because he's gonna break Ric Flair's record.
Ric Flair has 22 championships for real.
Well, according to them, it's 16.
That's because
No,
WWE doesn't
no.
count the ones in Japan, which is bullshit.
Right. And
Because
he
they're still world titles.
They're talking about the WWE one, so it's 16.
then you
I could see him coming out at number 1, and whoever eliminates him, he ends up fighting at Chamber. Goldberg has his final match next year too. It's signed. We just don't know who he's fighting.
He's
Gunther.
old too.
He has one.
Gunther.
He signed for one last match. That one I would think. Goldberg Gunther at Mania. And Goldberg sells to Gunther, which is what you're supposed to do as a wrestler. When you go out, according to the wrestlers that I know, when you go out losing.
I wish Sting would fight one more time.
No, he didn't get to go out on his terms, but he was. But that's what the fans wanted. I'm glad he got that last little run.
I want Sting back
He's
when he
my
was
favorite.
young. Now I want Sting
Hey,
when he
Halftime,
first came
you're,
back.
You're about to get that because his son, who looks just like him, is training to be a wrestler.
Really?
He came out with Sting in his last fight. He has 2 sons. They're both fucking humongous. They play football in college. And the one is training to be a wrestler. And he looks exactly like Sting did when he was younger. He's a little bigger up on the upper body, and he's going to be a wrestler. So we will have another version of Sting. I don't know what they're going to call him or anything. But he's Steve Borden Jr. His son is going to be a wrestler. I can't wait for it.
Nick, I was never Defensive Player of the Year, but I will say this: I would foul a lot. I played defense through basketball good, but I didn't last long in the games. I'd foul out.
I got thrown out of a couple games when I was coach.
Oh, I got thrown out of a lot of games.
Well, I'm just for those who think I don't knock refs ever. You haven't seen me when I coached. I would give
Yeah,
give the refs a fucking earful, and I got thrown out.
I used to get kicked out of games just because I'd be yelling at the refs. So
The problem was I was the JV head coach and the varsity assistant coach at the time. So the JV game's first. If I get kicked out, I can't come back and assistant coach the head game. So my coach was pissed the one time because we rode the bus up to this away game, and in the JV game there was 2 like real egregious calls late in the game. My boy got hurt. One of my kids. I mean, if it's just a foul and there's one of my kids gets hurt, then I'd take it personal. I mean, look, my kid is on the ground with blood on his head, and you didn't call a foul. Something like that. And I'm like. And then I can let it slide once, but when it kept happening, I was like, dude, you're terrible. I was like, did you go to high school here or something? I was like, what's the story? You're out.
I'll never forget that one time I was playing in high school and freaking I went to smack the ball. I smacked this kid in the face with all hand. I shattered his nose. I shattered it. I mean, it was wham!
You told me
I
that.
shattered this dude's nose. Blaze, I just got kicked out of the game. They're like, what did you do? I said, but like I'm short and he was tall. So he was like, he's over 6'2". Man, I went to go smack that ball. I said, I had everything in that, all my weight. That dude's nose is done.
How much did you weigh back then?
210.
Oh, okay.
one of the worst injuries I've seen on a basketball court was a pickup basketball court my freshman year, and this kid, it was outside, concrete, metal poles and shit.
Yeah.
He missed a shot.
Pole. He said pole.
He missed a shot, and the basketball metal pole that holds the basketball hoop up, he took his fist, so Mitch doesn't pause me, and punched the metal pole that holds the backboard up flush and broke all of his knuckles were disarranged. They were all over the place.
Really?
So he went like this, and I was like, oh my God, go to the hospital. It was so bad. Like just straight full force punch to a metal pole. How stupid are you? He said,
He is going to see the game today.
He's like,
I am
wasn't
streaming
thinking.
the Flyers game, and I don't know if the Flyers are going to win that one. They're playing a good team.
I can't.
Boston's a pretty good damn team.
So who's winning the football games today? Got some big football games today.
Penn State.
I'd love to see them beat Oregon.
I don't care.
But the whole knock has been Penn State hasn't played anybody, and they
Hey,
haven't.
I don't care. I don't care. We beat Ohio State this year.
It's not their fault. I get it. I get it.
You only can play who you're scheduled to play.
Yeah, I mean, and they schedule those things years in advance, too. So it's like, how do you know what teams are going to be good and bad? And they're all like, I get strength of schedule, but I really wish that was a variable a lot lower on the ranking to determine where these guys fall, because these kids don't make the schedule. These players don't tell the team who they're playing. They can't control that. They control going out and beating the team they have to beat. And Penn State's done that, 11-1. I don't know, that Georgia-Texas game is going to be good, too. Those are two heavyweights. That's 5 versus 2 and 3 versus 1. We basically have like a Final Four tonight. Clemson SMU is 17-8 as well. And then 16 and Arizona State's 15. So should be some really good football today.
Nick, I never laid it up. I want to try to be as good as Blaze and Mitch over here. I'm just trying to get in as good as
stop
them.
it.
Lighting
Stop
it up
it.
means you're either smoking weed or you're or you're hitting someone real hard. We used to call
Would
that.
you stop hitting the damn thing?
Will you
call
stop
that-
hitting it?
Why do you keep on hitting it?
That's not me.
Oh, it's Blaze over there now?
So lighting it up is to me is when you get hit real hard. You light someone up.
Nah,
My
he's
dad always
talking
said-
about freaking.
No, my dad always says you light it up. He always says that. I'm like, all right.
Does he?
Yeah. Not to me. He says it to everybody.
Oh. I'm gonna start calling people love. I know someone who's like, "Hey, love." They call love, like putting the word love at the end. That's a beautiful thing if you think about it. There need more love in the world. We really.
All right, guys. We're gonna close up. We're gonna conclude the show right here. Halftime. I should get ready for the Flyers game at 1. Nick.
Hey, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
All right. So Nicky Steeds is going live at 12 for the Eagles vs. Panthers preview. My guy James from the Patterson Ave Sports Show will be live at 12:30 for the Flyers pregame. My guy Pat will be live for the Flyers postgame after. So we got a lot of stuff on the shows today. I want to give a shout out to Blaze Radio for hopping on and joining us and trolling halftime. That's always the best part.
I came here to troll you, Mitch. Not halftime. I'm here to hang out with halftime and troll Mitch.
You did a terrible job. But anyways.
Hey, we got a dumb comment. Yay!
I don't care if you would go.
To the dumb comments.
Dumb comment of the day.
NFLs are pros. College is their kids. Good job. Good job, Damien. You figured it out.
Yay! Wait, hold on.
man.
Wait, tell everyone who Damien drafted in fantasy.
I can't because he beat me this year. That was 2 years ago.
Oh!
I can't use that excuse anymore. That was 2 years ago.
I
I give credit where credit's due. Damien beat me this year. I'll give him credit.
Blaze beat me twice this year.
But even a broken clock is right twice a day. Keep that in mind.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll catch you all later. Make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe to the Hardcore Sports Network, and we are out. Halftime.
Catch you guys on the rebound.
Where's my gravity?